Hello, third grade. I am out today. Miss Bobby will be here. We're going to do a very simple, easy drawing activity, but we're going to add some color later in a fun way. So you're going to get a Sharpie. Make sure that you take care of my Sharpies. You know how I feel about that. You're going to get a bug reference sheet and flowers. You do not have to use this. You could do your own style. You can lay your paper in two ways. You could do it this way, tall like a building. We call that vertical. Or you can go this way, and that is called horizontal, kind of like the sun horizon line. I'm going to be tall like a building. And the first thing we need to do is, with pencil, I want you to put your name on the back, and then your class code is 3BM. We are going to come back to this project, 3BM. So I want that on there so that I don't get it mixed up with anyone else's. Our goal is to fill this with as much doodle as possible that we can think of. It can include any of these bugs or more. So I'm going to start with a couple bugs down real low because I want my caterpillar not to be floating in, can you see that? No. I don't want my caterpillar to be floating in the sky. So it's going to be real low down here. I love reference pictures because it really does help me with ideas. Little tiny legs. Speaking of gardens, Miss Myers has a raised garden bed in my backyard, and it has been empty for a very long time, and I finally filled it with really good dirt, and my son and I are going to work on a garden. So his job is to actually look for a place that he can buy worms, because we have a really cool composting little bucket, and in that bucket we will put our food scraps, and the worms will come and eat it, and then they fertilize the soil. It's supposed to be very good for your garden. And so I'm learning something new every day, but we're going to order them in the mail and they're going to be shipped to us. So fun. All right, let's start. We want all of our flowers to start from the bottom of our paper. And flowers, even though on my idea sheet they're very straight, in nature, they're not, because the wind and they're blowing. So you kind of are okay with like doing them in different directions. Nature is very forgiving. It's not perfect. That's one thing I love about creating and drawing nature. And you want to change the height. You don't want all of them to be tall or all of them to be short. You kind of want a variety. And so I have all these stems, and now I need to add different kinds of leaves and flowers. If you know anything about, if you've seen all this tattoo work, you know that I have tulips, and that was for my dad. So I got to start with a nice little tulip. And I have my personal favorite flower, and it has just a ton of petals. So I'll put that one right here. It's called a dahlia. It's kind of hard to draw. I recently saw a time-lapse video of a dahlia opening, and it had so many petals. And it also is a great home for all kinds of insects and bugs. If you don't know what that flower looks like, you should look it up. It's not a very common one. Comes from a bulb. A tulip has very long, thin leaves. And then a dahlia has like very broad shape, bigger leaves, and adds some veins. They can overlap. That's like one of the greatest things about art, is that overlapping feature, and it can be tucked behind another one. This one looks so tall that it has to be sort of like a sunflower. As I'm adding and doing all these, think about patterns, lines, and shapes. That's really what we're always working with. What shapes do we see? What patterns do we give? Variety helps us. You can turn your paper to make these leaves a little bit easier to draw. So like I find it easier to draw going down, so it's a little more challenging for me going up. All right, I liked a little bit of details, like a little bit of lines inside. I think all of these details are gonna make it better. And like I said, no coloring today because we're gonna add color in a really fun, cool, unique, different way. So you're just gonna have to wait for that information on how that's gonna happen. Needing to my idea sheet. Okay, I'm gonna do like a little shorty flower. Some of these are not on my idea sheet and they're getting better as I practice. And let's go over here. We're gonna do kind of like a dandelion. When I went to Trader Joe's, they asked, well, the cashier asked, what was your favorite flower? And I thought, oh, I told him dahlia, because it depends on the day for me. But he said that his most interesting answer was a dandelion. And the person that sorry, drawing and talking is kind of hard for me. The person that said it was their favorite was a landscaper. So that is somebody who takes and kind of designs a yard and where the plants go and also takes care of it. And I thought that was an interesting choice for somebody because a lot of times people don't like the dandelions in their yard because it's a weed and they like to have their grass weed free. But dandelions are a lot of fun to make a wish on and blow. Don't you agree? All right, I'm still going. I'm not done. It takes a while to do quality work. So see, I'm going slow, not rushing. There's nothing I have to do other than make sure I'm doing quality work. I bet you're wondering, where is Miss Myers? Well, I'll let you keep guessing because I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you when I get back. I just want you to think about it. It's nowhere fun. All right, I have not added any more like flying insects. So I'm gonna add one right here. Miss Myers' favorite is a cicada. But I really like this dragonfly that I gave you an idea on. It's so happy looking. All right, I'm gonna finish it all up. I'm gonna turn it in. I'm gonna return my Sharpie and then we're gonna do the fun color after. If you're looking for something to do, I really would wanna challenge you that trading cards are an option. However, we need to stop doing one day trading cards, like something that's like one scribble. We need to do something that's a little bit more elaborate. Like, I don't have my, oh, here's one of mine that I did. So it's has some designs, not done. It needs color. Remember, I'm going to put my name on the back. I just really want you to plan it out. What happens is we were getting kids that were just taking a trading card, adding one, here's their trading card, adding one smile, being done. That's not what I want. I want quality work. So think about the sharpening. We want to make it look like a coloring book. Then we want to add color. We want to give it a title. All those good things. I hope you have a great day. I will see you next week. Until then, that's it.